Hey guys, welcome back to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. If you're new, my name is Ashley. Today I'm filming a Chatty get ready with me. A lot of you guys were requesting this, so I wanted to get it up for you as soon as I can. So if you want to know how I get this look, then definitely just stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get straight into today's video. I did want to mention, as soon as I get out of the shower, I immediately put this on. I keep this underneath the sink in my bathroom just to add moisture. And then I also already have this on, so once the lotion soaks in, I went ahead and I mainly just put this like around my nose, like T-zone area, because it helps keep my makeup on, especially with it like super hot here and humid. So I do have those two things on. The next thing I'm gonna do is my foundation. These are the two I'm wearing. They're two different colors. So basically why I'm doing this is I don't know if you can tell on camera if it's coming in or not, but I only put my self tanner up into like the top of my neck or chin. And then I like having two colors during the summer because when I first put on my tanner, I'm really dark, and by the end of it, I'm light. And so I just kind of mix these two and figure out the color as the week goes. But I always start with the lighter one. This one's the one I'm going to start off with. It's color 310. And then I always just use a damp beauty blender and I put a blob on there, and basically I kind of like dot it all over my face. And then I just start patting it into my skin. And like I said, this is the lighter shade, so right now it's not gonna match my neck yet, but that's okay, we're gonna fix that. But I do have, or like this formula better. When I went, I grabbed the wrong one on my dark color, so even when I'm fully dark, I still put this one on first because it lasts longer. So this one's the combination oily skin, and then the other one's normal to dry. I don't like the normal to dry as much. I don't feel like it lasts as long if I use it by itself. It's not as like thick or creamy. It's more of a runny texture, which is fine when I'm combining them, but I don't like it just on its own. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this darker shade, which is 330, and do the same thing. And all this is doing is adding a little bit of coverage, but it's gonna darken up my foundation to match the rest of my body, or at least get closer. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell that on camera or not, just because I've got so many lights on my face. It's gonna go a little bit lighter, but it will match like my neck and stuff when I'm done. So I'm just gonna blot this in. I have heard too, the longer that you like blot this in, the better your foundation will stay. So if you have the time, just dab, 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 as long as you have. My hair is starting to kind of air dry on its own. I did take a shower. I've mentioned this, I think, in my last Get Ready With Me, but I'll mention it for anybody that's new. So I wear my hair parted to the other side, but when I'm sitting here getting ready and I haven't dried it yet, I part it opposite way just to help give volume when I do pull it over. So it's actually parted the opposite way that I wear it. It's just a little volume tip. Anything helps, right? I just don't have much volume to my hair, so I have to create it as much as I can. Okay, so that's my foundation. Like I said, it's coming off still a little light on camera, but it's not. Like real life, it matches here. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my concealer. I do want to mention I have a tattooed eyeliner, which I do kind of add a little bit to it because I did it like over a decade ago. I do have false eyelashes, so I don't have to do that. And then I have really dark eyebrows, so that saves me a lot of time when it comes to eye stuff. But this is my concealer. I use just this CoverGirl, and I seem to really like it. And I like to put it underneath my eyes, kind of in a triangle shape, on my chin, down my nose, and then lately I've been putting it on my eyelids just to kind of help make my eyelashes stand out more. I just have really dark skin and stuff, and I have really wide eyelids, and so I can have like huge eyelashes on and you don't even really see them. So I've been trying to make that part a little bit wider. And then once again, I'm using that same beauty blender and I'm just gonna dab. Okay, now I'm gonna take this palette, and you can get it at Walmart, Walgreens, wherever. I do this two ways. Sometimes I do it both. You can take the same beauty blender and dab it in that lighter color. And I'm just gonna go over all the areas that I put that concealer, just like that. Or if you don't want to do that, I just have this like flat brush, you can kind of tell, and you can do the same thing. I can't tell a difference. Sometimes I really want this brush to like put it in there. I feel like I can pound it just a tad bit harder or more even. Okay, so now that's done. Now I'm gonna grab another brush. This is more of like an angled brush. And I'm gonna use the dark now because I'm gonna do the bronzer. And I kind of put it more on the side right here, so I can just kind of tap it on there. Like this. And then I'll go back and kind of blend it in. And then the other spots I put it is up here. And then right here on my neck, and this will help blend it into between my self tanner and my white face. So this kind of makes it look like I have more of a tan, and it blends in my tan body better. So it looks like I've kind of been sun-kissed, and you kind of get a lot more dimension. See how much better that's already looking. And like I said, this is like super cheap. I want to say it's under $3. So I love, love, love that. I've been using that for years. And I will have all of this linked in my Amazon store if you guys are looking. You guys can find it at Walmart too as well, but I will have it linked. I'm gonna go ahead and grab, I have two different powders I use. If you're on a budget, this Fit Me from, you can tell I'm almost out. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I bought this last year on Cyber Monday. I went into the store and this was half off, and this is actually the Double Wear Estee Lauder, but I got it for 20 bucks because they were having a sale, and I still have a lot left. So that was a really good deal. I don't know if they'll do that again. If they do, I'm gonna go grab more this year. Once again, I'm just dabbing, so I'm like rubbing it in there and I'm dabbing it, so I'm not moving any of my makeup. Like I don't want any of it to blend in, or I don't want to rub it in. I want you to see where I have the definition. And I will say I really like this. If you can find it on sale like I did for 20 bucks, it was half off that day. I wish I would have bought more. And I really put it on my nose because that tends to be where I lose my makeup first. Okay, so now that's done. Now for my blush, I use this CoverGirl. I had one I used for like over a decade and loved, and I finally had to throw it away because I think it was breaking me out, but I loved it. And so I'm gonna use this one. I love that it has 3 colors, so if I wanna go a little bit darker that day or a little bit lighter, I can. And then I'm just gonna use like a fluffy brush, and I kind of just rub it all over it on normal days. And then I'm gonna do my little face. And I'm gonna put it above my bronzer. And that'll help to look like you're sun-kissed, and see how it's slowly trying to like blend into my neck. It's not as crazy. Okay, now I'm gonna I get these from my Lash Girl, and I'm just gonna brush out my eyelashes a little bit. I did wash my hair today, so they got wet, so they're kind of stuck together. Just gonna brush those out. Okay. Now on to, let's do eyeshadows. I got this from the Dollar Tree. I think I've been showing it in all my Get Ready With Me's, and I really like it. So let me grab my brushes. These are the 2 that I'm going to use. And I'm gonna first take like the fluffy one and put it into this white. And I'm gonna put that all over my eye. Okay, and then the other side. Now obviously you don't have to do your eyeshadow every day. I don't always do it every day, but just so you guys can see how I do it. And then I take one of these like darker grays, whichever one I'm feeling. I'm gonna do this one today. And I just kind of put it down here on my eyelid just to help with a little bit of definition because I have such a big gap. And it gives you more of a dramatic eye. And then I'm going to take that other one back and just kind of blend it. And that's all I do. This is my eyeliner. I've been using it for a really, really, really long time. It's a Lancome, and I swear, I mean, they're kind of pricey, but it's this stick. It comes like a pencil. I've had this for so many years, and I'll go try to use like CoverGirl or something like that, and it just doesn't last me long. I can spend, and like, it's a little bit of money, but I think it's worth it because you will not have to buy one for years. So I'm just gonna kind of add to my bottom one because like I said, it is tattooed, but I just want to help it. And then I'm gonna go over my top by my eyelashes. You don't have to do this, especially if you have eyelashes, but I like a dramatic eye. Got nothing against it. And then if you want to go really crazy, you can kind of like extend it out, make your eyes look bigger, give yourself a little cat eye if you're wanting to go dressier. And then for my lipsticks, this is kind of like my go-to lipstick that I wear on camera. These will last you all day long. This is number 15 called Lover. Now during the week, if I'm not filming, I'll add this color to it to make it just look not as pink and bright, but on camera I kind of need it. And it's number 65. So I'll put this one on first. It's hard trying to get ready in a viewfinder. So, just like that is how I would do it for camera. It's a little bit dressier, but if I wanted to add just a subtle, this one's almost out. I have another one, but I kind of like it when, I don't know, I don't think it's gonna be enough. Let me try this one. This is the same color, just it has more in the tube. I'll apply a little bit there, and then I'll go back to my one that doesn't have a lot in it to kind of blend it. And you want to blend those colors before it dries. So go ahead and mix those. If you want to have two colors, put it on while they're both wet. I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting anything. You can use highlighter. This is kind of the highlighter I go to. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'll show you it. I use this guy. Just kind of put it there on your nose. And that is how I do my makeup. If you have lash extensions, I do have this guy, and I'll put it in my Amazon store. It's not a mascara. I'm trying to think what she calls it. It's some type of like serum, and it will make your eyelashes a little bit darker, but it's more water-based. But it's good for your lashes, and like I said, it will make a smidgen darker, but it's just good to keep them kind of like hydrated. So whatever this is, I do have this. I don't use it every day. I probably just use it a couple times a week. Other lipsticks I really like are these Balm Stains. These are really good for kids too because they're like not as thick. It's more of like a sheer coverage. And then I also like this. I don't love the color, so I don't wear it all the time. I wear it more off camera. But this stays on really well. Not as long as these. These are like lip scents on a budget. So if you need your lips to stay, definitely do that. Now I have the red and I love it, but it doesn't last as long, or like as it comes off you can see it more because it's so bold. So just keep that in mind. But I really love these like pinks and nudes. I don't think you can go wrong with them. Okay, now we're gonna switch over into the hair portion. So like I said, this isn't my normal part. It's kind of been air drying. I love wet brushes. I also picked up this one. It's kind of a different style wet brush. It has two different kinds of bristles in there, but I feel like these are the best brushes. You can go to Ross and they're like $5.99, but it's the only thing I can use on my hair. So now I'm gonna pull it the actual way that I part it, and you can already see like it has some volume to it because it's been drying the opposite way. So already like that, it helps. I'm gonna grab this. I heard you can, like, I got this from my hairstylist, but in my last Get Ready With Me, you guys mentioned you can get it at Walmart. So this is a good one. It's a heat protector. It helps with tangles. It's really good on my daughter's hair. So I'm just gonna kind of put that in all over it. And now I'm gonna blow dry it. Okay, so as you can see, when I'm blow drying it, I'm just kind of like whipping my hair back and forth to get volume. I do it from my head looking down, and I like to blow dry it this way too, just once again to add as much volume as I can before I do anything else to it. I know I will get questions about my hair color. It is super cheap. I'll leave it linked in my Amazon store. I had it in Walmart, but they only let you do like a value pack, so you have to get like a lot of them. But it's really, really cheap. But you can order, I think it's like $2.97 in Walmart, but it will be in there. There is 2-day shipping on Amazon. You can always get it, but I think it's a really pretty color. I've been doing this color for over 10 years. When Chase married me, I was bleach blonde, and then I realized quickly we were broke and I wasn't gonna be able to afford to get my hair done, especially while we were paying off my student loans. So I went to this color, and there's occasionally, like, I'll add a little bit of blonde. I did not too long ago, and then I always go back dark, or I'll try a different color, but I always end up back at this. If I had a box, I'd show you, but I've already thrown it away. Before I curl it, I'm gonna curl it with a wand. I used to use my straightener and it worked really well, but I feel like a wand just gives you such a prettier, looser, fun curl. But products, hairspray, I just picked this up from Ross. It's nothing special. It doesn't need to be anything special. It's just, it was $3.99, so I grabbed, I think I got like 3 of them that day. And then my dry shampoo. This is my go-to, especially for my dark hair. I even tried like a lighter brunette one, and it did not work as well on me at all. Like, it was too light, plus it didn't hold me over as long. So before YouTube, my entire life, I'd washed my hair every single day. Washed it every single day and got ready. I still shower every day, but I don't wash my hair every day. And it's part to this. So this will get me to about 3 days. And even day 1 right now, I'll add just a little bit, because I do tend to have really oily hair, but just a little bit to have it in there. It helps with texture, and like I said, it is the dark color. But to get me on day like 4, 5, and 6, I had to switch to one of these. So I do this 1, 2, and 3, and then like 4, 5, and 6, I'll start adding this in. It is more, but to me it's worth it because I do dry shampoo. It's a time issue. So between trying to be a mom and put 4 videos up a week, I just don't have a lot of time. And so for you guys, it may be cheaper to use this and then wash your hair after day 3 or 4. Or you may just be able to make it on this longer, but I have really oily hair. So this is definitely helping out a whole lot. I get it from Ulta. And then I also found this while I was there. This is for like a full volume blast. I'm really loving this to add volume without having to like tease and wrap my hair. And so I just kind of pick it up. I'll put this in my Amazon store if they have it. If not, like, I'll link it in my description box. Like, I'll add a link so you guys can see exactly what it is. And they do have like travel sizes, which they're pricey for travel size. They're like around 12 or 13, but if you just wanted to try it before you spent the money on it, because I want to say they're around 30. But like, I don't know if you can tell, already that added a whole lot of volume. And then I've learned if I kind of spray my hair with this, this will make my curls last so much longer. So I'll spray this in it. I'm going to curl my hair and I'll show you how I do all of that. And then I won't have to curl my hair again until about day 4. And then that'll last until day 6. So I'm literally only curling my hair, you know, like twice a week and washing it once a week. So it's just so much better on it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and grab my curling wand out, and then I'll show you how I curl it. Okay, I got this preheating. I just picked this up from Target. I'll link it again. Oh, I have it in my Amazon store. It's cheap. I want to say it's like under 20-30 bucks. I didn't spend like high end, and I feel like it still works really well. My neighbor actually went and found one at a garage sale. The girl like used it once and didn't like it, and she only paid $2, so that was a good deal too. This is my Dollar Tree clip I always use. So I'm gonna divide my hair into 2 sections, like so. And then I always work on this side first. I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna pull half of it up. So I'm only working with this bottom part. And I do like to brush it before I do it. And then I'm just gonna take the smaller you take it, the smaller piece, it will curl a little bit tighter, which it'll fall later. So like when you guys first see my hair, it's gonna be kind of tight, but it'll fall. But the tighter it curls, then the longer it'll last. So then I can go like 4 days with having to recurl it. So it's so nice when you just wake up in the morning and you brush your hair, you add a little bit of dry shampoo and hairspray, and you're done. That's mom life for you. Or if you work and you don't want to wake up at 5:30 to get ready. I never thought I'd be somebody that could only wash my hair once a week, but it's taken a lot of training. When you first start, you have to kind of let it get oily, so wear hats or do a lot of dry shampoo. And then every time I make it to like 3 days, then I try to push it to 4. And then when I do 4 days really well, I try to push it to 5. So right now I'm pushing it between 5 and 6. And then I'm noticing the further out I go, the less I need dry shampoo those first couple days. So you may, like these expensive ones that I'm buying, I'm hoping will eventually phase out. Like eventually my hair is going to get used to making it that long, and then I won't even need them. And so that's kind of my goal. I don't think I'll need it forever. It's just to like train my hair to get it going. Okay, if you guys can see, sorry, I forgot, I'm like trying to be showing you what I'm doing. I'm just taking a section, and then on this side I'm angling it down, and I start at the top of the rod and I just wrap it around it until I get to the end, and then I just kind of hold it there. Now if you can see, like up here there's still some gap. I can just roll it if I want it to be higher, but this is like the underneath curl, so it doesn't have to be too bad. And then I just kind of like pull it out, and do you see those curls? This takes a little bit longer than the straightener because I like hold it a little bit longer, but the curls are prettier. Okay, so now that I have that whole section done, I'm gonna spray it with hairspray and let it sit. If I were to brush it out right now, I'd lose the curl. So just let it sit there and air dry while you do the rest. But I just think they're such pretty, loose, fun curls. So now I'm gonna do the top, and I'm gonna speed this part up real fast. Okay, so I got this side curled. I'm gonna spray it and just let it sit here. I'm gonna pull it forward, and we're just gonna let this cool off while I work on this side. This side is has a lot more hair since I part everything this way, so I tend to do 3 layers. On this side, a few more tips when you're doing this. Like I said, make sure when you're holding the iron, it's up and down, so you're making more of a ringlet and not like holding it the other way. It'll give you a prettier curl and it'll last longer. And then I'll show you the next tip when I wrap it. So let me do this front piece so I can show you real fast. When you're wrapping the hair, make sure every time you wrap, you're not putting it on another piece of hair. You're wrapping it onto the actual iron itself. If I were to just like, let me show you on this one. If I were to just keep wrapping it in the same spot, that very first layer would get curled, but then the ends wouldn't get curled or it wouldn't last as long. So every time I wrap, I move down a little bit, and that's what creates that spiral. And then your hair is evenly getting curled all the way down, so it'll all last. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to this last layer. And I know this seems like, oops, sorry, I'm dropping stuff. I know this seems like a lot of work and a lot of time, but you have to remember, I only spend this much time getting ready about once a week, and then the rest of it's not this hard. So if you have like one day a week to like really get your hair curled, and then I also don't wear this much makeup every day. I wear the majority of it. I don't always wear eyeshadow. More on lazy days, and I do always wake up and put makeup on, but I have the time for that. I know some of you are a lot busier, have more kids, or have to be at work earlier, but it really doesn't. I mean, I can get ready from head to toe, full shower, and all of this in an hour. So my longest day getting ready is like, I think 45 minutes. So if I have to do this full get ready and be somewhere, I typically add or just wake up an hour before I need to leave, and that includes like breakfast. So it takes about 45 minutes to get ready, and that's even with my shower included. On these front curls, I tend to go a little bit chunkier pieces, just because I don't want it curled as tight at the front. I kind of like it a looser curl, so that is the one time you can like take a bigger section and put it in there, because I don't mind it just a little bit more loose. But this is my last curl, and I'm gonna go and spray this side. Okay, so while this side dries or cools off, I'm gonna grab my wet brush and just kind of brush through this side. I'm gonna spray it again. This is where I like to use this to hold my curl. This Living Proof. Look at it. This Living Proof is what I like to use for that. So you can already see a difference, like it's more relaxed. I don't know if you can tell on camera versus like how tight this is. And this will drop throughout the day, especially days, as days go on. And then over here, I kind of use my fingers because these are still kind of warm. So you can use your fingers or your brush. Hairspray it. Volumize it so it'll last. And that's it. That's how I get ready. And like I said, this is like whoa in your face right now, but in Oklahoma, as soon as I go outside, it's gonna do like a more relaxed, you can see in all my other videos, it's not curled as tight, it's more like a wave. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you learned a new trick or tip. If you did, leave it down below in the comments. I just think it's fun. I like knowing the videos I'm putting out is helping you ladies. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. You guys always like these like behind the scenes. It never gets this messy when I'm just like getting ready, but when I'm filming, I'm not like putting things back. I'm just trying to like move quickly so you guys aren't like having to listen to me talk for 30 minutes. But this is what my little scene looks like. The reason this was here, that's where I had my camera, just so it was the right height while I was getting ready. But I'm gonna do a little speed clean, but I wanted to share this with you guys.